So where the man them say them find a gun machine where I make gun and all them something there, and the man who own the machine say I go sue them maliciously, degrade them and downgrade them because I can't over here. So the machine is an ordinary machine where a whole heap of people who into metal work have, and any machine can make any part of gun. So we don't know that I go turn out. But meanwhile, them kind of stick him with something else. When them say the amount of bullet where him order from the FLA firearms, what them call them firearms licensing authority is much more than where him should have really get. So we don't know that I go work out still, because really and truly we still not hear about the 7 million bullet where Sleepy say is unaccounted for. 7 million bullets, and I know I'm not dreaming. I'm not dreaming. It was in the news. 7 million bullets unaccounted for. So we don't know where those bullets are. Meanwhile, we say them intensify the state of emergency in an area where them should have gone a long time. But you know, my question is, in another bus park there at Spanish Town, a whole heap of man dead in another bus park over the years. Then how come them did have to have a state of emergency if you attack the problem there? Why them couldn't go there? Why police and soldiers couldn't go in at that place there over the years to prevent a whole heap of people were dead because of that dead? It's really weird. Them kind of close gate when I gone through. Whole heap of time them close gate when I gone through. But we still happy to see say them really have the state of emergency. But the big question is still, when them come out of the area, what going to happen? What will happen when them come out of these areas? That is really the big argument. Because we hope say the gunman them kind of really sit down and think on them life. And see say, really and truly. Cause you know, me just remember this, you know, that's the serious thing. In all the murder and the killing and the gun thing are going, you have artists who still make gun lyrics music. Brian and them friend them out there still and make gun lyrics music in all where them see a go on. It's like me not understand it. Me not understand how artists can really see say Jamaica in a turmoil as it relates to gun violence. And the man them still make lyrics about shoot man this and shoot man that and all them something there. On the state so. On the state so, Rasta. Me not understand that. On the feel say lyrics not have nothing to do with people. It have something to do with you. It's sinking in your consciousness and your subconsciousness. And it start to play upon yourself. Really and truly. Because really and truly, a whole heap of youth, the mannerism is based up off where them listen to continuously. Anyway, a news time.
Good afternoon. I am Patrice Walters with the local and international headlines. The Kingston and St. Andrew Parish Court Criminal Division at Halfway Tree was closed earlier today. The Court Management Services explains that this is due to work being carried out by the National Water Commission in the vicinity of the court. The CMS says all matters set for today will be adjourned and attorneys advised of a new date for their matters. Litigants and attorneys may contact the court office or the Court Management Services for information concerning their cases. 2 females who attempted to leave the island with ganja have been charged. 26-year-old waitress Shelley-Ann Thomas and 16-year-old student, both of Ochiwe St. Anne, have been charged with possession of, dealing in, taking steps to export ganja and conspiracy. Reports said at about 2 p.m. yesterday, Thomas and the 16-year-old arrived at the Norman Manley International Airport and checked in to board a flight to Barbados. Their luggage was screened and 3 parcels of compressed ganja weighing about 6 pounds were found. They were arrested and charged. The 2 will appear in the St. Andrew Parish Court on Monday, March 26. In news overseas, the U.S. plans to impose tariffs on about $50 billion in Chinese goods and limit the country's investment activity in the U.S. as payback for what it alleges is years of intellectual property theft. The White House said the actions are a necessary step to counter unfair competition from China's state-led economy. It said years of talks about the issue failed to produce change. China said it was ready to retaliate with necessary measures. The back and forth following other trade penalties the Trump administration has imposed on foreign goods, such as steel and aluminum, has raised the specter of trade war. Finally, the Miss Venezuela beauty pageant is being suspended after allegations of sexual favors and financial corruption emerged online. Former Miss Venezuela participants have accused other contestants of receiving money from businessmen and government officials in exchange for sexual favors. Casting for Miss Venezuela and Mr. Venezuela has now been suspended. The competition has announced an internal review into the claims. The controversy began after an anti-corruption case against the state oil company was launched and a number of people arrested late last year. Miss Venezuela contestants then came forward and alleged that some women had taken part in the competition benefited from government corruption. In response to the allegations on social media and in regional press, the Miss Venezuela organization said that it would suspend auditions while an investigation determined whether anyone linked to the competition had been involved in activities that breached the values and ethics of the event. Those were the local and international headlines. Major news is next at 5:45 from the RFM newsroom. I am Patrice Walters.
Wow. We're going to come back to this poem I read. We want to talk to the president of the private sector organization of Jamaica. Is he going to talk to the other day too? Yes, okay. Very busy private sector man. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Muta. How are you?
Well, you're a very busy man.
Well, you know, they will make work for idle hands.
Yeah, the devil make work for okay. You know, I am feeling good to know that the private sector organization is taking some serious interest in the social construct of Jamaica, whether it be socially, politically, or otherwise. I really appreciate that, and I must say, congratulations to you for really making a difference.
Thank you for that. So we live here, you know, all of us on this little rock.
Yeah, okay. All right now. So, I must blow some trumpet here that over the years we are talking about how Jamaican people disregard the environment where them live in. You know, the whole heap of styrofoam, the whole heap of plastic bottle, where we say. I mean, you go at some show, and when you're going at before the people them come, the place is as clean as a whistle. And when the people them left, you can't believe you had so much plastic the people them use.
It's like a storm.
Yeah.
Like a devastation.
So we have always been saying that we need to do something about the whole heap of plastic and styrofoam and plastic bag, because we go at some places, like for instance in California there, a whole heap of place in California, you're not getting no plastic, them ban plastic as the first thing, plastic.
Yeah.
So now we see that the Prime Minister, I mean, the day before yesterday, start to reflect on the plastic bottle system and how them going to make an effort now to deal with this whole heap of plastic bottle and styrofoam. And then now we see the man them jump, the private sector organization jump in. So give me an overview on why the private sector decide now for jump in, and we want to find out if, because we know that a lot of private sector people is responsible for importing things in a plastic, how that going to affect for them business.
Okay, good question, good line of questioning. First of all, it is from the private sector organization's point of view. As you know, many of the people who produce plastic bottles and plastic food packaging are members of the PSOJ. So we are actually in the process of canvassing those people's opinions, but we have a base position that we start from, right? Which is that we respect the environment, and we have to work out ways in which to nurture the environment. Therefore, the government has asked the private sector, the various organizations, and us being one of them, to express some opinions to tell us tell them where we stand on it. Our base position, Muta, is this, and somebody said it to me the other day, and I can't say it as perfectly as that person, but we in Jamaica tend to walk around problems rather than fixing them, okay? We have a series of dumps which we flatter ourselves and call landfills, but they are dumps. They are not being managed properly, and therefore, until and unless we fix that, the whole issue of using our waste and taking the benefit out of waste is going to be up in the air. And banning plastic or taxing plastic is simply, as I am fond of saying, putting a Band-Aid on a cancer. We have to treat these landfills in a managed way and not just throw everything in there unseparated, because then we can't use it to do waste energy, right? Yes, it will cost money to start it, but the cost of not doing it and the cost and impact on our children and our children's children is going to be great. And when you see a little country like, I think it's Sweden or one of them, they run out of waste. They are importing waste to use in their waste to energy program. There is no reason why we can't manage our waste better. So that is the base position we start with. Fix Riverton, fix Haddon Dump, fix retirement dump in St. James. Get it on a managed basis. Some of it you can't fix again because everything too chaka and mix up.
Yeah.
But fix what you can. Draw the line and start now. Okay?
All right.
So the private sector would support that.
Yeah.
In terms of the materials that are being used now, we acknowledge that there are other materials that could be used, such as fiberboard, right, and
Cane trash. Cane trash can't use it as styrofoam box then.
Cane trash can use and bagasse, king grass. However, and it can replace styrofoam. Understand something though. Understand something, and I speak from knowledge because I'm affiliated with Island Grill, and Island Grill was the first to introduce the fiberboard packaging. Understand that it is more expensive, right? And that with styrofoam, you poor people use it, and therefore there's an impact on price. Now, some of that.
Yeah, but you have to consider say Dr. Bill more expensive too.
That is right, and also if you get volumes up, then price goes down.
Yes.
So we have to look at that.
Yes.
Then the other thing now is scandal bags, right?
Yes, that's a terrible
In other
part.
countries, they are described as single-use plastic bags. Well, in Jamaica, they are not single-use plastic bags. They are multiple-use plastic bags.
Yeah.
And you have to be careful because what are you going to give the people to carry things with? This is where leadership, in our view, comes in, because we can change cultures if we have leadership. And I think that what we need to do is immediately start now with looking at bags that you can manufacture here out of local material that people, instead of going to the supermarket in an empty hand, them can take bags and go and put them things them buy or the store and buy and bring home. That, however, will not help you with a very delicate question, the question of human waste, which, as you and I know, scandal bags are used to dispose of waste. Those are some issues that we have to look at. Let's face it.
Yes.
Okay?
All right.
So over the next couple of weeks or so, we will be canvassing those issues, but those are our base policy positions that we start with.
Yeah, I have some things where I can look on and really say we could have bring forward. You know, a lot of people, sometimes we look on America and get the worst part of America, but you have some things in America where we can look on. For instance, in a California, in a supermarket, and we see that in a Jamaica. In a Jamaica, when Christmas comes, the supermarket, them actually have bag. Like cloth bag or so, we make out like calico or something, where them have them. If it's like a supermarket name, the supermarket name they on the bag. So them give it away. During Christmas, them give it away. I would have suggest something like that, because you can tell the people them say, if them don't bring a bag, them have to go pay for your bag.
Right, and there is a local opportunity. That would be an immediate business opportunity.
Yeah,
for
because
local
in the
companies
supermarket, them that I know,
making those bags.
yeah, in a Whole Foods and them place there, when you go in there, them say you
Yes,
want a bag,
yes.
all right, you have to pay like 10 cents more for the
Yeah.
bag or something, and it's
Yeah.
not a, them say you want plastic or you want paper bag, and them, you have to say paper bag
And
because
give
paper.
people an option.
Yes.
And if you want to save the money, you keep the bag
Yes.
and carry it and you reuse it. I am supportive of that. So
I would
that is
suggest
one-
you bring that to your brethren, the Prime Minister. Because maybe
Well-
them looking for you for guide the thing, and I know I can help too.
That is something that I would want to explore, yes. And to put forward. And as I say, it's an opportunity for a local manufacturer to use local materials and make some
Make
of
some
those.
bag, yes. Yeah, that is not. And the styrofoam
but-
is also a part of building up the Jamaican economy, because you can buy the machine in Brazil or Panama and bring her inside that so and use. Because I know a sister who used to do it, but because she's not getting a volume, why she was losing and she did have to stop doing it. But if there's a volume, it would be cheaper, and then it's also cheaper because the styrofoam box is a very dangerous thing to eat out of. When you put hot food in there, it melt into the food.
It melts into the food, it breaks up, and it does not deteriorate in my lifetime.
No.
Those are things that you have to consider, and that's why I say the impact on your children.
Yes.
That is going to be with them when you are gone long gone.
Yeah.
But you still have the issue, Muta, of the plastic bag and the waste, and that is a function.
The plastic
of-
bag and the waste, yeah, that is a big problem with certain
No.
attitude.
No.
And just like, that is almost like somebody driving in a bus and throw a styrofoam box with them chicken bone and thing outside of the bus. I think we should have a zero tolerance for people.
I agree with you, but let me just put it to you that sometimes they pass these laws and you can't enforce them and the law becomes a jackass. I
Yeah.
think what we need to do is to increase the intensity of our education with the young children.
Definitely.
Because you have to recognize something. A generation of us are with, we can't bring them back.
Yeah.
It's hard to change them.
Yeah.
But let us try and change the young people
Yeah.
while we try and enforce the discipline and the public order that says to somebody, even when you're going to have a tree, the man just eat things and just throw it.
True,
at the
no,
street,
right, that's all. Right, that's all.
Right. We have to try and find a way for maybe some wardens who will go to them and say, listen, man, why you do that, man? Pick it up, right? That kind of approach.
I know, they will pick it up, Them pick it up,
Yeah.
When you
That's-
do that to
that's
them,
what
them
we
pick
need
it
to look
up.
at. You need to look at that.
But you have no,
But
and you see, the next thing now is that you need waste bin in a public places. You need some
Yeah, you
waste
know,
bin in
yeah.
public places. You know, and-
we need waste bins. What we need to put our minds to do is to ensure that if they're made out of metal, the scrap metal, man, them don't take them away. And they are
but not only no, and I talk about only waste. Waste bin too, but we need I talk about like public toilet. We need
No,
more
but-
public toilet because you want to pass and you go in a restaurant, them say you have to buy something, and sometimes them say you answer the place, the manager not here with the key. Show them know why you go inside of the place to the manager not here. with the-
It has to be part of a holistic approach.
Yes.
And that's a good point that we need to look at these things in making our recommendations.
Yes.
We'll be looking at the whole consequence
Yes.
of public hygiene.
Yes.
Because that's what it is, it's public hygiene.
Of course
It's how
it
you
is, yes.
carry yourself.
Yes.
Like how you carry yourself at home is how you carry yourself on the road.
Yes.
Okay? So,
Me
I agree with
have a brethren, an artist named Gene Pearson there. Him died last week, just when we were on the
that.
program. now.
Pyrosis, I just heard.
Yes, him dead. And them say it's leptopyrosis kill him, which we
Right,
know
that
say
is-
it's rat. When rat pass over your food and urinate and all them something there. And in the supermarket them. What go on there, sir?
That is, the fact is that we need to look at all of those things.
No, we
Because
can
our
just say something. We can just say
hygiene
something about this thing. In the supermarket them, in somebody's storage them. If they what them call them, the people them who responsible for make sure that things clean, hygiene and them things. Examine those supermarket where them store things. You're not surprised to see the problem where when you're going to them places, the whole heap of rat and the thing them are mildew and the people them not show the mildew thing them. those things is necessary and important. It's very important.
I agree with you. I'm a man. I careful which restaurant I eat into because I mean my brother used to work with a pest control company and he tell me when him go in a restaurant, him ask them if he can look in them kitchen first.
You can't believe what man. Yeah, man.
Because sometimes so those things we have to look at the whole public health issues.
So what is it that the private sector going to know now as we speak now? What is it that they're not going to do now in relationship
Well,
to talking to the private
what we are going to do now is to reach out to our membership,
Yes.
right? And to test some of these ideas with our membership.
Yes.
We know that some of our members are already moving to biodegradable
Yes.
plastic bags. The styrofoam, they really don't have biodegradable styrofoam. But we're going to see what our members are doing, and we are going to see what best practices are.
Yes.
At that point in time, that's when we will come back to the government. Now, the fact is that government has to make a decision to either ban or tax. Right?
Yes.
We would prefer that when they're making decision, that there is time and there is dialogue.
Yes.
Because we live in a participative democracy.
Yes.
So what we are going to try and do is stimulate that dialogue. That's what the private sector will do right now. Private sector organization as Jamaica. When start that dialogue rolling.
And you know, the dialogue can take years, and meanwhile the doctor bill a go.
Well, as I say, there are some things that should be done immediately. The thing that must be done immediately is to stop throwing our garbage in a dump and start separating garbage and collecting garbage properly. What must be done immediately is, as far as styrofoam is concerned, to start looking at alternatives and encouraging people, maybe by way of duties, so that people import cheaper, get the alternatives come in on a cheaper basis.
Yes.
Because you have to be mindful of the fact that when a man pay $150 for a lunch and then get it in a styrofoam box, it's $3 or $4 for the box. When him get it in a fiberboard box, it's $10 or $11.
Yeah, but when him sick and him go to hospital, it's $1,000. I saw you have to sell it now. I saw you have to sell it now, brethren.
More.
Look on the long-term effect rather than say, all right, because when you buy the styrofoam, the food hot, it melts the styrofoam and it going out the food. And that can cause a whole heap of sickness.
Yeah, I agree. And this is all part of making the economy better.
Yes.
If we have an economy that you can pay people better, then can buy better things.
And I had a brethren, him used to have a recycling place up at Grand Spen.
Mm-hmm.
Right after you go down to the gully, the sink so you come up back, where observer used to there. Him used to recycle it and make all pants with the plastic there.
Good point.
And house shingle, the plastic, them can make shingle, you know, out for top of the house.
There's a guy now on Russell Road that does that.
Yes.
Right? But in addition to that, you brought up an important point. You no longer see beer bottles, because beer bottles, you get a turn-in fee, a return fee.
For the bottle, yes.
So people pick it up. We have to look at that with the plastic bottle.
Make man who live on the road every day, collect the bottle them and get our money for it.
So we need to put our mind to working out a system that does that.
Yes.
And we buy it from him, whether it is by weight.
By pound, yes. Make it beat by kilograms. Yeah, man. It's
those are the kinds of creative solutions that, and you see that comes out of dialogue. And talking, me and you talking, those things come up.
Well, so I hope you write it down.
The dialogue.
I hope you write down what you're talking about.
I will call you and get a record it, get the tape for the show.
All right, so give thanks.
Yeah,
man, give thanks, man.
Good.
I like how you respond to things, though. I love that.
Well, we try.
You make me feel like I want to get rich.
All right. Get rich. It's rich.
Yeah.
Okay, boss.
All right, give thanks. Yes, that was Howard Mitchell, president of the private sector organization of Jamaica. We're talking about this new trust by the Prime Minister in trying to alleviate Jamaica. The plastic bottle, I mean, it's like a torture. I don't know which one I eat more, plastic bottle or rat. Believe you me. I mean, it's disgusting, especially when we go to a certain event The worst one I ever see doing down an area, so with the people them left area, so with the Marcus Garvey thing, And when me look on the ground, inside and outside, I say, wait there. A human being did in here so and do that, man. And nobody now consider that. Plastic bottle. And I want the government know, Plastic bottle is not necessarily a danger when it comes on to recycling it, Because we have to develop that attitude of recycling. We don't recycle things in Jamaica. Plastic bottle can make pants. The same denim pants. I say, my brethren, him used to do that. We do a whole program on television. When we did have the television program, we do a whole program on recycling. Stack them up and send them go foreign. See, you have a little brethren right at the corner at Charlton Road and Grandspen Road there. Him used to stack up plastic bottle on top of plastic bottle. I don't know where him carry them go. You have one at Spanish Town too. But these things disappear over a period of time, and the plastic bottle become dump, and the plastic bottle don't disintegrate. When me and you gone and grandparents gone, you still have a plastic bottle. We don't want to use the bottle again, because we know so when shows a man don't like artists on stage, them start to show the glass bottle on stage. Remember Shanley bottle? Yeah, that was a terrible disaster. See, so you have to ban plastic, if you use the bottle and you go to show, them have to ban, throw it in a cup. But then we're going to leave again with the plastic cup. We have to know now how to make people know, say, this is, when we go at certain place, we do that. Jamaican people dangerous, because when them go find, them might throw things on the road like certain place, when them go a certain place, because if you go to Brooklyn and Bronx and them place there, trust me, and Baltimore and them place there, trust me. But you have certain place where them remember to them not to throw it there because, it's the police right away. Zero tolerance to them thing there. Click it. Yes, we want to remind you that the hour between 3 and 4 is brought to you by Digicel. Visit digicel.topup.com or the My Digicel app to buy a bundle today. Family Abroad can send you a Digicel bundle with that data and talk. So if you have any ones that are foreign, maybe you should have send them the money. It work out cheaper for you. Send them the money and make them buy the top up. That is another way. Here, Shamara. That's you can get some top up. Okay, it's a long time we don't play a tune. And with other tune we don't play that. This tune we don't play, believe you me. This is the Stepping Razor. The Art of War. We have on the line here Jabba. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Muta.
Man, there, man. Love man. It look like it to turn up, man.
No, it turn up, man. It turn up till it buck. Everybody are flying from early. We never know so much people that are coming and I'm in here from so early. I think most everybody are flying like the RFM family from Saturday, but my guess was wrong.
So wait there, it's Monday. It's when it start?
It starts Saturday, March the 24th.
Okay.
People are flying from yesterday and today. And I go and enjoy the Miami scene and people all look close. So that's me just realize.
But they don't have to wear no clothes on the boat, man. They don't have to wear no clothes on the boat.
What you mean, Muta, man? So when I have the big captain's ball, you have to put on your pretty clothes.
Oh, that's not the night. That's not the night, man. I talk most of the time of the day, run up and down, whatever you have them, man. It's sarang.
You put on whatever during the day, but in the night you have to put on something.
Yeah.
For them stay.
Alright, so tell me something.
Never clean, never look good, car. Social media run.
So far, which part most of the people them really are come from, though? You have an idea?
We have like 1,500 cabin cells from the United States of America, but you can't really go by that because you have a whole heap of people, West Indians, who is American citizens, you know what I mean?
Okay.
And then we have 264 people who live in the island of Jamaica, who fly from Jamaica to fly to Fort Lauderdale to take a ship back to Jamaica, to take a ship back to foreign, to take a plane to go back to Jamaica where them live.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We have people from Africa. We get sell 4 cabins from Africa. Also Japan, we have 10 Japanese people flying from Africa. Netherlands, we have a couple from the Netherlands. Bahamas, very low too. We sell about 185 cabins from Bahamas. Belize, 2 couples from Belize. And but mostly United States of America.
So it's all like the whole like sold out,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
then. It's all like it's sold out, you know.
No, it's sold out.
It's
Guarantee 100%.
Eh?
Can't do nothing for you. You could have the most money in the world. But can't do nothing for you.
Okay. They can't get tent and put on top of the deck, the upper deck, the man, where the swimming pool there.
No, that wouldn't be safe, and then that means I would have never keep our next love on arm on the cruise again.
I joke, boy. Look at that. So where the
Yeah,
people
me
them can
know.
expect? Where the people them can expect on the cruise? Tell me. Where them can expect on the cruise?
Well, you don't know, I be in love like I said, we live to the name, you know, straight love and harmony, and just love right through, you know what I mean? And just musical niceness. Nobody no more than nobody when you go up on this cruise, you know what I'm saying? Whether you're there in our penthouse suite or you're there in our interior cabin, when you step up on that, we just all give you the beer nice music, and some of the nicest artists out of Jamaica and Trinidad, you know what I mean? So just come together for 6 days and 5 nights, so just give you a glorious time.
So tell me some of the Caribbean artists, not Jamaica now, the other Caribbean island, them, the artists them where come from.
Well, you have Patrice Roberts representing Trinidad and Tobago.
Look like Jamaican people love him, man.
Eh?
Jamaican people look like they love Patrick Roberts because we see him on a whole heap of a show down here.
No, Patrice Roberts, she's a very talented lady from
I mean, see them now, again, we upon it again.
But I tell you the truth, you know, because she's there in the thing and fighting for over 15 years, you know, just right now from what year. Then just a gear I let her to say you're right now because, you know, she'd have a big song with Marshall Montana, so you don't know Marshall, the kind of shadow her career with that song. They
She go bust out for herself, you know.
You know what I mean? Yeah, man, Marshall Montana, man, one of the biggest songs she have with soca artist Marshall Montana. That's how the whole world really find out about her, you know. You know what I mean? But no, she does a shine on her own and she uplift herself to the point to where she have her own lane, you know what I mean?
So who else apart from she from the other island them you talk about?
Yeah, also we have Kevin Little, you know him a big international soca song, one named Turn Me On and Stepping on a Party, the girl love him, so you know what I mean? And also from Trinidad and Tobago, we have my good friend Kerwin Dubois, you know what I mean? And then we have our next lady from Trinidad and Tobago now. We kind of sing roots rock reggae.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, you love our sound, you know. Because she named Arita.
Arita.
From out of Trinidad.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man, a new artist, man, but trust me, she have a style there.
Send me a couple of music now and let me get to play it. Send me a couple of music.
And representing Trinidad to the fullest. So she not sing soca. She sing reggae music.
Yeah. First me hear about her. And the one them want to play the music now, which DJ them, all the DJ them will have to play, provide the music. Because you know, the DJs are very important part of the cruise.
DJs from, you know, DJ Rye from on Road International from out of New York City. Also, you know, the Massive B, Baba Condas and Jabba. You have Platinum Kids. You also have Stone Lover pass through. Yes, also.
No, hold on. Oh, you mean, that boat in the pan, oh, you go pass through. That boat in the pan, they can't pass through. Lando, Stone Lover pass through.
Yeah, we have because when we're touching Jamaica there, when we're touching a place of Jamaica, you have a thing called beer pass, you know. Where you can just pass.
Come on, through. So Rory, I'm going to pass through.
And then you cut.
Rory, our Father Paul, which one of them are pass through?
No, Father Paul.
Oh, my pass through.
Father Paul birthday, you know.
Eh?
Pass through.
All right, sir. I hope him not pass through over the deck. Believe you me. You know, it's no cabin.
Anyway, in there, you know.
Eh?
Also, you know, say Glamour Wayne originally from the Gemini Sound.
Yeah.
You respect the Glamour Wayne in depth on the pool, the pool that you have Kareem Hyde from out of South Florida. You have Jason Sweetness and some more local youth.
No, IRFM DJ. I have some DJ down here I could recommend. You have a little youth named Brian, you know. You know him?
No.
But I mean, you're quiet. I say, you don't know him at all. That don't ring no bell. I mean, everybody touches him. That's so like, you know,
but you said Brian, because he really know, but I don't know enough of the man that buy them.
No, trust me, him not enough, man. That's why you don't know him. Him not enough, you don't know him. That's why you don't know him. I don't know.
We love the young talent in the car.
Yeah.
Some of them look a selector nowadays, man, and then get a one bus, you know, them not understand themselves. And we love the youth, because you have a whole heap of talented youth, them were out there. Want to really get the really push where them push. Because you see, some of youth, look at young youth, them more hungry.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And out there to prove a point. Because them are the youth that play the music, but you have some of them that just don't understand it.
No, well, Brian don't know if to play upon them thing because I deal with Love Harmony, eh? He won't know if to play upon them thing, yeah. Love Harmony a total different thing for Brian, a different thing.
Why?
No, if you hear him play, you don't know why, man. Trust me. If you hear him play, you don't know why, man. You love Harmony. Trust me.
Wait, Gully and Gaza?
Worse than Gully and Gaza. Trust me. The future don't ease up. But if you try to steer him at high time, you know, but him unsteerable.
Yeah.
All right.
Why, Brian? But you don't know from him know music, you know, because member say young all kind of music I play upon the ship, you know. You can't play them still, you know.
Yeah, but here one out. That is the word. You know what I'm saying now? As it relates to Brian, from your know music. Him not reach there so yet.
Okay.
All right. So him still have a way to go, like 20, 30 years. You understand? All right. So the sponsors. Tell me about the sponsors then.
We don't know IRFM, we have to say maximum respect to IRFM because, like what I said, without IRFM, you don't know, you know.
May I tell you? I'm not to second that and third that too.
IRFM family or put in the work, I'm not telling a lie, and put in the work, and we have to say maximum respect to the fullest. IRFM, right through.
Definitely. Yeah, may I say that too, because I'm from last year to advertise on this program, yeah. From last year, them time, yeah. I'm here to advertise for now. That means it's almost a year now I'm here to advertise.
I'm not tell them, man. I'm not trying to tell you to maximum respect, man, right through, man. You can't compare them the respect there and them this kind of sponsorship, a different kind of order. There's enough respect to IRFM right through.
Yeah,
the front of the IRFM staff are face our back. We talk the truth straight up, because you don't know them show a crazy love to the Love and Harmony Cruise. Also, big up respect to the Observer, I'm not telling a lie and put it all out. People are exclusive. Saying enough respect to Observer, much love and respect every time. Saying, and otherwise than that, big respect to all the people who just come support and who are come out, because we are come out with love and harmony, right? No fuss, no fight, and just total niceness.
All right, so you can't bust no fight on the boat there, trust me. Them have jailhouse on the bottom there, you know.
Another kind of vibe there.
That's why Brian couldn't work.
Woman who come with them husband and them girlfriend,
of course,
friend them and be a love right through.
Of course, trust me. Some man don't make arrangement with him girlfriend long time. Go to book up all him wife on the boat to the next man. It's all them thing they too. Honey, I gone to Florida, I go do some extra work, you know, and she said, okay, dear. When you end up, you say, wife house, when I come up on it, upper deck, in a bikini. You never hear the tune about the man was checking in and she was checking out. He might check in with him girlfriend and she had check out with her boyfriend. You never hear that tune yet? You never hear that tune yet?
I wouldn't want to see that because that would be a lifetime disaster because they know where to check out because I see the wide, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like nobody can swim so far.
Yeah. Anyway, we give thanks, brethren, and we say it's going to be a success. We're really glad when we hear them things there. This is the second year, right?
Yeah, man, the second annual, and you don't know, we can't once again can't thank IRFM enough, you know what I mean? And everybody else will put in them work.
Thank it, man. You can't thank it. Thank it, no.
Work and make it big. The successful sell-off cruise like what it is right now.
Yeah, man.
Second year, and the thing, and you don't know, I just be a Lovers Rock right through.
All right.
The world has to talk about it.
All right, Jabba, give thanks. Yeah, brethren?
Yeah, man. So last year I moved and go and guide yourself, see?
All right, sir. Blessed. Yes, that is Jabba, the organizer and the key man on this Love and Harmony Cruise. Left out of Fort Lauderdale. Believe you me. Love and Harmony Cruise. So, we're there with you. We want to remind you again that the hour between 3 and 4 is brought to you by Digicel. Visit digiceltopup.com or the My Digicel app to buy a bundle today. Family Abroad can send you a Digicel bundle with data and talk. This is the Stepping Razor, the art of war.
Dear Muta. Heal the elder, heal the teacher. Motor, we have so much problem as black people. The main thing when me say as a youth from in the ghetto of Trenchtown, are the church, the Anglican church, and the Catholic church, and the Queen, we control it, Governor General, our problem. And guess what? I can tell you this as a youth. We don't fight the revolution and win it. We don't plant the seed, we don't move the earth when me after and we plant the seed. We win the revolution. Because we make sure say no more politics war. But when I say I hold back right here now, you see you youth them and the education youth them were out there.
True.
We're out of the ghetto. And them are hold back, because them now fight the politician them and fight the corruption with them education and them research to find out who are corrupt the country. Because the area look out about how much $1 billion, And I say them have use ear time and I use 3 billion to them a fight crime, And when I look on the whole thing, and them a keep this money in them pocket. Everything what them a do, I have to make the money go in them pocket. I have to keep the Queen paying the money with them owe from World War II. The money that have done pay off yet. You see me? So all of the third world country them have to pay off that money and the money that have done yet. And right now, me not believe that in my lifetime, the money that still appear. And me as a youth, I tell you, me already fight the revolution and win it. Me already win it. We win it with me and my friend them win it. So right now, it's the uptown people them and the youth them who got claim to them, got university with them education, and them now need to carry it on and know that what politics were done.
Well, I can tell you something, brethren. It's the youth them when you talk about get education, and them know farm the government and do the same thing. The same youth them, we got university.
And the whole of them in our government. So the one them in the government need to start coming at the ghetto and make the youth them understand. Because what the thing when I rate here, I come at Jamaica, 94, And I listen to you, I extend my ticket, because I say, yo, as I get to you, I never hear a man come on the radio and talk them way, And I listen here for 6 weeks, I say between the 6 weeks we're done. I'd be a killing start going, Now till 94, I'd there, so the crime rate starts step up, I'd be a killing start going, and I must fly up, Because you have a little man on me to buy me, little John, them kill him, That's me, I say, I want if I need them, they don't want to kill. Because them kill a firing already, and I say, John, keep away from the way, and guess what? Them start kill, be a thing that's become a firing, and be a people out there in my community. Nice, be old people, young people, people that are dead, we can't take it no more. That's me look for my brethren and I say, yo, every minute you have to send money and I bury people. You know the main thing we have to do, stop this killing, and we need to find out where it come from, and we know where it come from, and we know who are doing it, and I say we don't know. We know. You see me? But guess what? So the man them where do it, them now start doing because they take influence from private sector, businessman, and they take influence from politician. You see me? So they now start come kill. You see me? So I'm looking to tweet about, tell me something, I'm going to tell my brethren. And here, so I look at thing, a businessman, I do a thing. I tell me a business, because I'm going to give a damn. A businessman, I do a thing, and guess what? I tell him straight. I breed him daughter, and him tell him daughter, so what, in the one, no get a picnic, in her bloodline. So guess what? She can have a abortion. And yes, if that's where she have the abortion, she pay him over and tell me everything where he may do. And guess what? A traitor come in, we come to him business, and she tell me what I go on, and guess what? You don't know where I get to you. We survive off of the road. Me are not thief. Man a robber. I'm a 10 feet. I tell my 10 feet. Guess what happening? I'm going in night. Me I tell you straight in the business.
Yeah.
I will tell yourself so what? We not give it back. I will not give the government it. You see me? Yeah. So guess what? And the government and the businessman, it's going to go to them set a man to come use fan with.
Yeah.
You see me? I will lock it down. And guess what? With better things, other things in there, white things in there, we destroy that, because in our currency, we don't support that.
Yeah.
You see me?
Yeah.
And what we do, we run where, we are the only community we run with the minister. We run with the minister, because we say we don't want no minister. And we run with them, check the history, and you see this community have the minister for a couple of years. Because we what? We run him where, because we see him cause a problem. Because what him do, see the man them where commit the crime, he must send them go firing. You see me? He must bring them go a foreign too.
Yeah.
Not even send them, bring them. You see me?
Yeah.
Not have the bigger man, the man and me. They bring them to us with the them thing that we're not join with them. And we're going to change the thing. I will fight and change the thing, and that's what them come with. In a 2002, the first free election with Jamaica get, you know what them come with when them people was smart and outsmart them. Them come with to say, all of them youth, the way you say, team up and keep the peace. You have to get rid of them because them a party and have fun. You have to get rid of them. So all of them to come in. You have to tell the whole like we don't know who I'm going to keep this peace. So the whole of them to come in. I tell my brethren said, don't come in because fly out. And guess what? Enough of them going and dead. Who they dead, they are prison. Some might still get wet out of the system. But the government make this crime, you can tell a big man a foreign say, yo, let me tell you something what I go on in Jamaica. You see what I go on and tell them look you there. When you were things hide and all of them things there, them are going to rise them and massacre the people. Them and nobody there to control them because that's the government want. And the state man I say, yes, more and the government do all of this and do all of that, and guess what? Them rape him daughter Spanish though. 7 man rape him daughter. I look at him when I hear him, I say, big man. Me say 7 man rape your daughter, you couldn't tell me. Why you couldn't tell me? Because when me hear you that reasonable. Because me I tell you, say, them things that are going. Because I want nobody to control the youth them wild. Yeah. And then now them start get money and start buy them things. And that the government want.
Buy
the
them
government
thing.
start do. Have mall. Government police not supposed to own the mall. You see me? Now government people that so you have do business to your own self and not kill the people them. And now driving all kind of killing are going in Jamaica now. People are coming and community kill and God get out and them people never used to go on.
Yeah.
A government and the church are behind it. All of them they're behind it. You see me? So the full time, we get rid of the governor general and the Anglican church and the Catholic church out of our country. Because them are the biggest spy against us. You see me? Them is the biggest spy. So anything the Rasta man them have planned to try uplift the youth them come with them plans to tear it down. They tear, oh no, it's not going to work to get rid of these people then.
Which part there you call from, Bridget? Eh?
Yeah?
Which part there you call from?
No, America, me know.
Which part?
Tell them to yeah, in the America.
Oh,
For a long time, them want me. Me are the only one get to me. I'm the only one I live in now. So a long time, so me tell
You are the survivor. You are the survivor.
So I mean, mash up them thing. But mash up them thing. I tell you that. It take me from 1997. It take me to 1999. In next, they're not calling name, you know.
No, not calling name.
With white flag. And the whole thing, now look for my friend and say, look on the road, that's the way I go on. That for sure you can. One move. So we keep on a fight against one another. I'm tell the man and say, listen. And them man, they are the problem, you know. And who they behind it. So them have to move too. And one little private move going on Jamaica. It's not even come on the radio. It's not even coming on the paper. It's them sweep it underneath the rug as one need I say. So when I move them, I don't hear one thing about it. I mean, I say, so the other day, and the man me sit down the road and why you white flag. Be a bag of people behind him. And I say, you know, say that will happen uptown. You see me? And that make this and guess what? The peace had a stand. And right there from today, the peace still there. And him say what? Me no keep and my brethren never go. So my brethren me go and go, you know. So me I tell the brethren say, yo, let us go. And make we get this thing up, make them know say here what? Jamaica and get a youth that run it now. It's done. To them deals done. But my brethren back out time of it say, short them don't know way, make it stay that way there.
Yeah.
You see me? It was a good move. You see what I say?
Yeah.
But when the whole thing done, them come with turn after. You see me? And kill my boy up the road with me here more time and I call him name.
No call on him.
More time here, the 3 big man we always are talk about with them kill. And them kill him. A government kill him to start politics war again. You see me? Government kill them 3 man the day when them dead in the evening. You see me? And in the big football field, the whole of the big heads them up there. The opposite, the 2 leader them there. The 2 of them are laugh and a drink when them 3 man they are dead. I can't tell people that for me pull up, me drive and pull up to go in the stadium. And me know to them leader they dead so. And then a big man tilted, where used to run the place as a big man. When me hear the man there say my Dan, the only Dan of that big man there. Him are the real Dan that keep Jamaica quiet. From them get rid of him, 1980, Jamaica turned upside and down. From this other man win and get rid of that Dan and that Dan run. Jamaica done upside and down.
We have to move now,
You see
Bridget.
me?
We have to move, yeah.
All right, then.
Give thanks to the
All
call,
right,
man.
then.
Give thanks to the call.
People,
Serious call, yeah, man. Let's heal.
Ian Motor, Wagon.
Blessed man, step in.
How are your team today?
Eh?
How are your team on the program today?
No, you have to make the team, man. You can't go run up a stadium to make the team.
Well, I love against Philly Wednesday night, but the last week, I love you know, talk about the African team, you know?
Yeah, you need to turn out the radio, though, you know.
Huh?
You need to turn out the radio. You know, car radio. You're supposed to know that already, man.
All right, now we just big up. Big up Western Kingston area.
Okay.
Tulip Lane, Cam have a shop on the corner.
All right.
And him brother Maja Bless, Collier, Bella,
Yeah.
Talman, whole team.
All right.
Bless up. A big up coming from Sayat.
Give thanks, Bridget.
Yeah, bless up.
Music, yeah. Whosoever responds, where the me Kingston name again? Where the me Kingston name? Eh? Oh? Delroy Williams. Mr. Williams, the people them in a Carnation Market now an electric light rasta. So I don't know what you can do about that because night I come along, you know that go. So we are asking you please, if you could have just work out a thing there with the people them in a Coronation Market, them don't have no light in there. So may I ask if you could have worked it out because, you know, say, today what? Thursday, Friday I come, market day, Saturday too. So we ask you please, and the people them ask you please, if you could have really work out a thing where them get back them light in a Coronation Market. Very, very important. Very important.
Yes, Motor here.
Blessed man.
Yeah, man, blessed. You know, man, a quick question before the cash party. The man that impersonate police. Me hear you say when I come out from last year September, but me not hear you mention because you say you want to go
I
interview
don't find him,
so.
and him don't come check me. I will want to interview him, but I don't hear him come check me.
Oh, you
I
know,
don't know
come
if
check you.
him come out and change his life or go back to the police force. Because if a man carry the police force, hey, it's the most amazing story I hear. A man in the police force. He man of police, and him in there they call super, what them call it, super, and I'll go out on the road.
Yeah, you know, so.
It's the most amazing thing. I don't hear from him again. If anybody
don't hear from him again?
interview him because remember, say them can't lock you up for the same crime twice in a bridge. So you know, not if you come tell your story because it's really a serious story.
Yeah.
I don't hear from him again, Bridget. I really try my best, but I don't hear from him.
All right, my boss, and go and keep up the good work. All
Yeah,
right.
man, Isis, blessed man, give thanks.
Yeah, man, blessed mode.
Well, I really love hearing from the Bridget there. Love that him come up again. Trust me, I really love hearing from him again. Congratulations to all of today's winners. Tune in late at 8:25 for another chance to win in top draw dollars. Pick 2, pick 3, pick 4, and cash pot draws. People quite don't respect Easter holiday because when Christmas comes, they ask for new draws. Them not hear them ask, them want more draws. Eh? Easter, well, I guess Easter, them don't need that. Anyway, step in, razor. Okay, we still go connect to the Issa Boys and Girls Athletics Championship in a national stadium. We're standing by. Me know I could take this call here. Yes, Yale. All right, yeah, listen to your radio in a brethren. Yo, joke businesses. Joke business. Not, I listen to the radio and now I realize. All right, so it's not time for the link it. Evan Hewitt and Dwight Fraser. All right, so I could go and play something else. So. Aye, sir. Aye, sir. Jack, I said the earth no level. Why you like the pudding man, you know? Yeah, why you like the pudding man? Give me this, give me that, get me this wiggle and perhaps not. Fire top. Ella top, ella bottom, hallelujah, and the middle. Okay, you know your thing. A pudding we I work with. Okay, so we want to connect. We are connect with them or we not connect with them? They might come, or they might take long to come, Lord, trust me. I could go and play a tune now. We're on the up now, but you know, so we did have a little feature where we start 3 weeks ago. And that was supposed to play a little after 5, and now it's something to 6. But we still have a play, you know, because we think that this one is a very motivational speaking, and this is about the man who started Kentucky Fried Chicken, the Colonel. So listen carefully. You might just hear something that will make you really think serious and hard about your situation in life.
The story of Colonel Sanders, founder of the KFC restaurants. At 5 years old, he lost his father. At 16, he dropped out of school. At 17, he was fired from 4 jobs. At 18, he got married and became a railroad conductor. At 19, he became a father to a little girl. At 20, his wife left him and took their 1-year-old baby daughter with her. At 22, he joined the Army, applied to law school, and faced rejection after rejection from school and the jobs he was at. He then became an insurance salesman. Another failure to be added to his messy resume. He decided to be a cook and a dishwasher at a small cafe. At 65 years old, he retired. On the first day of his retirement, he received a check from the government for $105. What a slap in the face. How could he survive on a $105 monthly budget, he thought, at such an old age? Feeling like a total failure, he decided to commit suicide. He sat under a tree, writing his suicide letter and will. Then all of a sudden he thought of writing instead what he would have accomplished had he had the choice to start his life all over. He realized there was so much he hadn't done yet. One thing he realized, that he could do like no one else. Actually, he could do it better than everyone else. That was cooking. Cooking the best chicken anyone had ever tasted. He borrowed $87 to buy a fryer and his recipe ingredients. He lived on his unique fried chicken recipe, trying to sell it door to door to his neighbors in Kentucky, as well as trying to license it to restaurants. He was rejected yet again, 1,009 times from the restaurants he tried to license his recipe to. The 1,010th restaurant gave him his yes moment. KFC was born. At 88, Colonel Sanders became a multi-billionaire and KFC the second biggest food empire. Now, KFC has over 20,000 locations in 123 countries. Moral of the story? You have what it takes to be successful. Don't give up. It's never too old to dream. Go after your wildest dreams now. Believe in the quality of what you do and in yourself no matter how many times you get rejected. Make a difference and enhance people's lives. You can. You will.
It may only be another minute.
Yeah, that was a serious story, man. 65. No, people say I Kentucky now and don't know that. Say the man at 65 him give up. And now, trust me, 80 years old, multi-billionaire. Never too late for a shower rain. Believe you me, them say behind every dark cloud there's a silver lining. There's an end. A rainbow, there's a pot of gold at the end of every rainbow. So, yeah, man, very, very, very inspirational story.
And a victim, and enough man hold it out, cause them couldn't hold it out. And enough man sold it out, cause them couldn't go without. And in pursuit of riches, enough man take the girly road. But that I feed them thing that is not what my story about. This of those who persevere. I know see through the tears.
Why you know Petite, you know, hey Petite, you're supposed to come read a poem for me, you know, read it yet, you know. Petite, I know this ain't no work at night time again. Why you love Petite, the telephone operator, why you love Shamara, why you love Young. Give thanks to the moment, give thanks to the time and the energy, give thanks to the so you know, so we left forward again. Wednesday, and you know, say next week Friday is what you call Bad Friday. Granville, Nyabingi Center, the anniversary and memory of the atrocity that was done on Rastafari over the years. We will be there. So, we hope the Rastafari Virgin them and sympathizers will also be there.